right, welcome to NUFC Talk TV, ladies and gents. I don't know why that played twice, but welcome to the instant match reaction. What do I need to do? I need to share the link with all of you. So if you want to come on, have your say, come on and have your say. Instant match reaction. Here you go. There it is. The link, so you can come on, have your opinion, have your say, and we'll have a nice fan call-in discussion. So this is your opportunity. If you want to have on, you want to say your piece, your reaction, come on, have your say, and yeah. So there we go. I shared it with the fan forum on WhatsApp. If you want the link for the WhatsApp group, let me know so you can come on, join that as well, and yeah, we can interact. As far as right now is concerned, the Magpies are got a really good win. 3 points. That's all that matters at the end of the day. But when you do the full analysis of things, some things that we need to talk about. And we're gonna do the final shout show tomorrow and we'll discuss all things and everything that's happened 24 hours later. But right now it's the instant gut reaction as to what we saw against Forest at home at St. James's Park. Right now we're fifth, so that is pretty good. Tied with Man City, 44 points. They're going to play Liverpool, so hopefully they lose against Liverpool. They're playing at home though, so don't know if that's going to be feasible. But at the end of the day, it can happen. It can happen. As far as I'm concerned, I like to analyze things and talk about things, that are a little bit the people don't want to talk about when we win, which is the mistakes that we made. Murphy was really absolutely negative performance from Murphy. He scored, but we like to say he scores and that's it. And maybe it will just statistically it will go down to another Murphy goal and another Murphy match that he scores, and that's fine, and that's great, right? But it's not. It can't be that case because he gave the ball away a lot and ended up being in a goal for them. If we make those mistakes against Liverpool, and I keep going about Liverpool, 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 as if if people are saying, well, it is what it is. We'll see when we get to the final. But no, because we make these mistakes all the time. And so if we do that with Liverpool, are we going to be able to come back and score 4 goals against Liverpool, or score twice in a row against Liverpool and beat them in the FA Cup final or at Anfield next week? Are we going to be able to do that? I don't know, and probably not going to happen. So why do we keep putting ourselves in that predicament? Is the question. But then we responded really well, though. I mean, if you think about it, we responded really well, and I thought that the team really woke up, and that is that's a positive. That's a positive. But the second half, I don't understand what happened in the second half. Why did we have to make it so difficult? They could have easily, and because of their lack of preciseness, or I don't know why they didn't score, but Murillo had an open goal header there that they could have been 4-3, and if it's 4-3 with 20 minutes to go, I don't know that we win this game. So we made it difficult on us. Let's be fair. Let's take a close. Let's be objective in this situation. And I just don't think that we. I mean, we won. We scored 4 goals, but I don't know. I've never probably felt this way on a game that when we won 4-3, or it should have been 4-1. But then we made mistakes, and look at what happened. I had a debate with Mighty Win that was aired yesterday, and a lot of people, a lot of comments bashing me for saying if Eddie Howe bottles the final against the most important game for us, he needs to go, because he's proven now many times this season, and if that's the case, he would prove that in that final, the most important game for us this season, if he bottled into me is what he did kind of happened today, and what happened against Man City. Not making mistakes, tactics, the team sits back in the second half, and he doesn't do anything about it, or he does something too late, or against Man City, he will play Murphy as a right back, Trippier as a center back, making changes and movements in managing the game in ways that make absolutely no sense. That the opposition, like Liverpool, like Man City, will take advantage of us if we do that. To me, that's bottling. And if he does that in the cup, he needs to go because he's proven that he doesn't, um, you know, that he's not learning. And I got bashed. I got killed. I got on the um, on that debate. But because I like to look at the bigger picture and not just the scoreboard. Because we won today, and I'm happy that we won. We're fifth. But man, did we make that so hard for us? We didn't have to make it look that hard. Didn't have to make it look that hard. Um, and so Tonali has to come on. Look, if Tonali was injured, that he wasn't able to start, we are 4-1 in the game. Surely most people can say, okay, well, Tonali, good deal because Tonali, we won't have to risk him in this game. 4-1, he doesn't play, he gets a week's rest. But no, we make it hard on ourselves to where they score, and now we have to bring in Tonali, risking a potential bigger issue with whatever he's got going on. Some people say that they don't believe he's got a knock, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, I would have to agree with what the manager or what they have put out that he's feeling injured. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one how to analyze this game. By the way, I threw the link out there, and nobody's coming on in to have their opinion. So come on then, have your say. We're waiting on you. Let's go with some comments though before we go anywhere else. Ian Fleming, great first half, shit second. Queen of Heart, who wants to see better? Who needed that to be better? Please hit the like. Yeah, hit the like button, please. Don't forget to do that. Help us out. By the way, we got a new tier in membership, which is a really good one. So please upgrade your membership when you see the option available. I don't know if it's available or not, but please do that if you can. Beer Viking, we got away with one there. Murphy's giveaways will cost us again and again. At some point, we are riding our luck instead of killing games. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. Queenie, are we in nostalgia land or got our ass stuck in cup fantasy? Do the job and fight to keep the lead. It ain't that hard. Tony T, you can't blame Murphy for the tactics, says Tony T. Lee McFarland, well, a win was all we really needed. I'll take it with joy, but we got to do some learning, man. We're still too scary. 4-1 up. Yeah. Daniel Bell, welcome Daniel, says, "Hey Tony, you come." Oh, well, I guess they know each other there. So shout out to Daniel though for being there. Come on, have your say. The link is in the chat. The link is pinned in the chat. Actually, I think I'm moving too fast for the style of the comment. There we go. Now we got it all right. Stephen Howe says this. God knows what is said at halftime. Abysmal second half performance. The two center halves are looking a real problem, aging badly, and Bruno looks a pony lately. Well, Bruno was absolutely gone the whole game. The whole game he wasn't there. He wasn't there. He certainly didn't become better when the team became better in the first half. So that didn't happen. We got Tiger there. We're going to bring you in, mate, in a minute. Vendetta says shocking performance from Howe. Second half syndrome is undeniable now. Howe way out of his depth at managing during a match. We got 3 points, but that highlighted why Eddie is out of his depth. David T, not sure how to sum that up. Well, there you go. I mean, I'm not sure any of us know really. Japadoni, hi, 3 great points. That's right. That's one way to look at it. Brent says 3 points, sure, but we aren't scoring 4 goals every half. Exactly. We were in a great situation. Why did we have to make it that difficult? So we got some fans coming in. We got Tiger Studios. We got Chris there. Tiger, what do you think, mate?
Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh, well, look, we got the win today, which was good, but I want to dissect both halves first. So, first half, apart from the first 15 minutes, which Pope should have saved that, our top keeper is saving that. A brilliant first half. Like, you can't fault any of the players. They all turned up. Everyone played great football. Lewis Smiley. Miley with a great goal, Lewis Hall man of the match performance, and Isak with the two goals. Now you get to the second half.
Yeah, you disappear there, Tiger.
Oh,
Oh.
like come on, man! And this result today just papers over the cracks. Like Forest should have got a draw at least if they put their chances away. And for me, this is why Howe needs to go, man, because his in-game management tactics are so appalling. Like, come on, man. And you think we're going to beat Liverpool playing like this? And I guarantee you that performance in the second half, we're going to play like that against Liverpool midweek. I guarantee from minute one, backs against the wall. And Chris, you're saying like, oh, if he bottles the final, he has to go. Yeah, you're right, because he bottled the first final, and if he bottles the second one, yeah, you have to go, mate. That's all. Like that's what I want to say at the moment.
Yeah. Well, interesting. And listen, I got battered in the comments when I said that. And by the way, I
Yeah.
didn't even say that he needs to go if we lose, regardless. I'm of the opinion if he makes decisions like this, like that doesn't help us, then obviously he's not learning. Obviously he's not getting he's not doing it. He's not getting the job done. But if we go out there, give it a go, play properly, and we still lose, then well, it is what it is. But man, the Man City can't be replicated. And I thought it was going to happen again against Forest earlier today. Chris, welcome to the channel, mate. Again, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Yeah. Just walking around the house. As you can see, my son's trying to jump in front of me, so I'm trying to push it out.
So, what
Yeah,
did you think, man?
yeah. I thought game of two halves. First half, Forest. I don't think Forest was that great, but and then we kicked on. Once they scored from a sloppy goal, and then I don't know what it was saying about half time.
I tell you what, Chris. I think you're cutting in and out. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the signal, maybe, or what's happening. But
Yeah.
uh,
Hello.
say something again.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you better now. Actually, uh, yeah,
Is that
uh,
okay?
yeah. I can hear you good now. I can hear you
Yeah,
good now. So
I'm moving this room here. Be easier. Hold on.
yeah, we can definitely hear you better now. So you were saying a game of two different halves,
Yeah,
huh?
I thought it was a game of two halves. I thought their goal was just bad by Murphy when they scored, but as the game went on, they weren't great. I thought Forest, and then somehow we got the additional four goals. Then after that, I don't know what Eddie Howe was into at half time. I don't think he'd be saying, right, lads, just drop a gear or two and just sit back and we'll just run this one. I could see the change coming in the 60th minute. He's very predictable like that. If Tonali was injured, he shouldn't be on the bench. So I don't agree with that one. You can't put players on the bench if they're injured. Uh, but I don't understand the players' mindset for the additional in the second half because they were kept coming at us, and they nearly an extra 10 minutes they would have won that game. They would have drew that game.
No, and that man, I would hate to
And
think
for
what
Livermore was poor. I thought the
yeah,
two centre back pair they've got no legs. Said it last week. Uh, Bruno at times I don't know.
he's off. I mean, he wasn't there today.
He's done that a few times though, Chris. He switches off. He even himself. He starts okay, then he just disappears into the game. I thought Willock was okay
Yeah.
considering. Um, as I said before, that's the kind of player we need. We need an upgrade of Willock. We need that forward thinking attacker midfield to play behind Isaac, and you can tell how desperate we are for a right winger and a speed centre back because I think,
Hmm.
as Tiger was saying against Liverpool in the final, uh, I'm going for that. I'd be very worried that was a match.
Yeah. It's crazy because some people might say, well, look at these guys. They it looks like we lost, but I mean, look, if you got to look at it, you can't lie to yourself, man. You can't lie. We can't lie to ourselves.
But
I mean,
look at the. I was watching at home, obviously, because I don't live over there anymore. But the crouch, yeah,
Yeah, the atmosphere. Yeah. Still losing you a bit. I don't know why. Maybe your internet connection, but
I'll get some earphones next time. I'm speaking through the phone.
well, I can hear you better now, actually.
Yeah, the atmosphere was shocking for a home game. I thought it was very bad.
Yeah. But I mean, that can go both ways. I mean, look at the stuff that we were showing in the second half. I mean, we were doing the watch along, and our atmosphere wasn't the greatest at the second half in the watch along. I mean, it's night and day. I mean, the lads when they give you that vibe that it's just you want to fall asleep, man. Give the ball away constantly in the second half. I just don't understand what kind of tactics that is. I mean,
But Chris, do
yeah,
you think an elite manager is doing that in the second half? Like just telling his players to park the bus?
well,
Like Pep doesn't
No,
do that. Klopp doesn't do that.
no,
But
I
for
don't
some
think so.
reason, our fans think, "Oh, Howe's like so great." But look at that performance in the second half.
mm,
It's so bad.
He doesn't even change up the formation, which always worries me. He just
And
does
you know
like
what
for like replacements. He doesn't
the
go.
commentator was saying in the 96th minute? How wants to make a sub? What is he on about? Making a sub? What's he going to do in the 92nd minute?
Yeah,
Honestly, man. And like Harvey Barnes, didn't even see him get a touch of the ball.
once I
I
think.
feel sorry for William Masula because that game cried for him. Bring him on the right. He'll run at players, bit of skills, and we'll get out of danger. But no, he has to persist with Murphy. Look, Murphy's done great this season, yeah, but he's not the answer going forward next season. Some of these players are not the answer going forward next season. The only five I would keep from this squad is Isak, Tonali, Botman, Hall, and Miley. The rest are sellable in my eyes. We gave Dubs a new contract, but we dropped him for Pope. It
yeah,
makes no
that was a
sense.
funny one, wasn't it?
Makes no sense.
Yeah, but they reckon Trafford signing, don't they, in the summer? So that must be.
And like this whole thing with Trafford, apparently the rumor is we spent 30 million to get him in the summer. Yeah, we could have spent an extra 5 mil, 35 million, and got Mohamed Ashwali, a top keeper. But we're spending money on these like average players that are not going to take us to the top. Trafford is not a number one for a Premier League team like for us where we want to be. You don't see a Liverpool or Man City going for a player like Trafford. But
Well,
we get all gassed because Pep praises him. Or if Pep's praising him, he has to be good. Come on, man. There has to be a major overhaul in the summer. Because if
but
we
it's not
keep
going to
on
be
giving
possible.
contract extensions to the likes of Kraft is a good player to keep. He's good backup. Should have started today.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing though. He's not. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's the issue. When you don't sign players constantly, because now we're 3 windows behind, and you got to get all these players. Cause nobody, we never had goalkeeping conversations with transfer windows. Now we act as if we need a goalkeeper.
Every window,
We
Chris.
we do perfect, but now we got to add one more position that we need to fulfill on a squad that we haven't added any players in 3 windows. Right wing. One good thing about today though, Lewis Miley.
Yeah,
Lewis
Yeah,
good,
Miley.
wasn't he?
first half he was brilliant.
Yeah. I think Lewis Miley is certainly good.
But then it's because of the tactics of the second half, he goes missing.
Yeah.
It's the manager's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a different team that came out after that 4-1 first half. I don't know what was said. Just step back, watch the space, close it down, don't go forward, keep behind the line because the press was poor. It was a silly mistake. I thought it was a funny second half. I didn't understand the way we played.
Yeah. More comments here. Let me see. Oh, by the way, thank you to Sam for the super chat. Appreciate it, mate. Says running scared in the second half. I never seen. I don't understand how we go from starting super bad and then making a great comeback. In a matter of 20 minutes, less than that probably.
Yeah.
And then to what happened in the second half, I just don't. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. One reason that can be is the players are confused on what's being asked of them. We don't know what happened at halftime, but something's up. We always say why do we blame Eddie Howe? We don't know what's happened. I blame Eddie Howe because if he didn't tell him to sit back, he's got to do something about it. Or he's got to do something about it.
But even Eddie Howe, Chris, wasn't animated on the touchline. If some of his plans when going to coming out on the pitch with the player, Eddie would be screaming at them, "What are you doing, lads? Why are you sitting back? They're coming back here. Stick to the game." There was none of that. There was just very static management on the touchline. So I don't know what was said at half time, but it didn't reflect on the pitch. Is my point.
Yeah. No.
No.
Yeah, it's just, but look, we won, which is crazy to say, but we can only go off of what we all feel. We can't all be wrong. We got 44 points though, and we are tied with City. Hopefully, they do lose against Liverpool. But I don't know how that's going to go. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. But I mean, we're up there still. So are we being lucky? Are we? I mean, I don't know.
Today was lucky in the second half, especially.
We've been mostly 100%. A lot of games should have went away over results. It's because of lack of recruitment. That's how.
Well, that could be the issue. Lack of recruitment, certainly.
We're too leggy.
Yep. We'll have to see. We got Niall in here as well. Niall, are you there? Hello.
Hi, Chris. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. How you doing? All the way. Are you in Ireland as well?
Yeah. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde today, both have.
Yeah. It's a tough one, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you.
Well, we can hear you, but it was a tough. What do you think about the game, man?
First half was very good. We played like we played when we're on fire. Second half, I don't know what happened at half time. Eddie somehow demotivated the players by maybe getting them to sit back. This didn't work for us.
Yeah.
When we went to very slow to react when Forest were totally on top, and then we barely got over the line. And Forest actually deserved the draw in the end.
Right. Well, I mean, they can say they could. Well, you can see how Forest players were gutted at the game finish because, like Chris was saying, if another 10 minutes was played,
everything. Yeah, anything. Free.
Yeah. All right then. Well, Niall, thank you for joining us, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
I can hardly hear you, Chris, so I'll let you go and I'll let somebody else on.
Okay, mate. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. That was Niall there. Yeah, no problem. Chris, your cheers, mate. Cheers. Chris, your last thoughts, mate. What? How do we move forward? I mean, we're gonna have to. We play at Enfield in a couple of days.
I think against Liverpool on Wednesday, what I do is I'll just play 5 back. Pray to God don't get smashed. I can't see a whole straight Liverpool. I know don't let them play because if you do, you're going to get smashed. So I would play the same team.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult.
If we get smashed at Anfield, that's going to go into the headset for the cup final.
I think people are saying you're choppy there. Well, we'll try to get a better connection next time.
Thank
you, Chris.
No
appreciate
worries,
it.
Catch you later.
Appreciate it, mate. See you later. Cheers. All right then. So we're gonna get into your comments in a minute. Tiger.
Yes, mate.
What do you think? It's Tiger. You've gotten a bad reputation from fans. They say, you know what they're saying? They're telling me on that debate yesterday.
The fans can say what they want, innit? I don't really care. I've got my expectations for my club, and for me, I want Howe gone. I'm sorry. I know I wouldn't say to the end of the season, but I want him gone. It's like I've seen this so many times, not just this season. It's from last season as well. The in-game management is just so bad. But all we hear is Howe keeps learning, or he hasn't got the personnel to bring off the bench, or we haven't signed in 3 windows. But I'm sorry, last window, I know it was summer window. It was a poor window, but we did get players in. It's not that we didn't buy any players; we got players in. It wasn't the players that we wanted, but we still got players in. It's, if we play like this against Liverpool, we're gonna get humiliated, you know. And
Yeah,
I just like I said before, this win just papers over the cracks. We've been playing bad for like a few games now, and we've conceded 7 in 2 games. And we have to stop saying like, oh, if we lose against Liverpool, oh, it's all right because they're the best
well,
team in Europe. Like, no, man, what kind of mentality is that,
I,
Chris?
I think the issue is people. There are two different types of fans. You know, the fans that are look at the table and look at the scoreboard and think that's it, right?
That's yeah,
So, but it is it if you actually win something. But because if you play like this, you know, given the I mean, you know, if we score 4 goals in every first half and then allow 3 goals in the second half, then you win all of them perfect. You're gonna win the league. You're gonna win the cup. You're gonna win the Champions League. Can you do that? Is the question. You know, can we keep up not performing well or have such a big drop offs in games and then actually achieve something? I don't think so. It's like doing anything. It's like studying for a test. If you don't study, if you don't give a damn, and you go out there, you might pass one of those tests. But the reality is, you're not going to keep doing that. So if we analyze the game the right way, there are a lot of deficiencies, and you can say we got lucky in this game. I don't think that we're going to win the cup that way. I don't think that we're going to become in Champions League, positions or anything like that if we play like this. So that's the goal. That's what I try when I talk to fans. I try to give my opinion on why I think or why I criticize sometimes the in-game management, etc. But some just say, "Well, we won today."
yeah.
But how long is that going to last? Is the question. I'm not 80 out, 80 in. I'm not. I think we need to analyze that at the end of the season. But you know, it's things need to change.
But Chris, do you actually think Anfield next week we're gonna play like that the way we played first half against Liverpool?
Well, no, if we make that mistake against Liverpool, they're going to score just like Forest did, and I don't know that. I don't know that Liverpool is going to have such a drop off like Forest did, to where they allowed 4 goals back to back. I don't think that's going to. That's what I'm saying. We're going to play into. We play. It just happened last week, by the way. We played against
Yeah,
a top team and we got annihilated. So that is the concern.
and we
Uh,
never have a great record at Anfield anyway, so that
well, I
just goes
mean,
out the
yeah,
window.
that game is going to be extremely tough, but you know, it's. I mean, I'm not going to say.
It's I don't know what to say because like we keep seeing the same thing with how like with the match, like even if we win or lose, the wins are not even convincing, Chris. That's the problem.
Mhm.
You
Well,
know,
yeah.
take the cup games out to one side. Yeah, Bournemouth we got smashed. Fulham we played crap at home, and today we nearly bottled it. Like, you know what I
Eh,
mean?
well,
Yes, we got the
you got
win.
a
On
point.
paper, it looks great, but if someone who's going to watch the game, we should have lost that. And I
Yeah.
don't know, and I don't know what like if Howe gets another season, right, and he gets the players in, and we keep saying the same results happen, then what's going to be the excuse, Chris? Are
Well,
fans going to realize then? Oh shit, maybe it's Howe is the problem.
I think that when it comes to Eddie Howe, some fans are extremely defensive because he got us. He's done well to a certain extent, but I think it's difficult for fans to move on and say, okay, he's done great, but he might not be the guy to take us forward. It's very difficult, especially for Newcastle fans, because they've been treated so badly that we all have. Well, I don't think that way, so I don't have to include myself there. But some fans have battered wife syndrome. You know, they had it bad for a million years, and now that they have something good, they feel like that's it. You know, and I'm not necessarily. And then again, I'm not saying Eddie Howe needs to be sacked or he needs to stay. But what I call for is an assessment, a fair, full assessment at the end of the season, and and this is about winning, man. This is about winning. If we don't get over the line, or he doesn't show that he can do it, that's why I say. That's why I say that if we play really good and we still lose a final, then I wouldn't sack Eddie because I feel like we gave it a go. When we now I still might not be enough for PIF to say this is a manager that will take us forward. They still might sack him or they might not. But I think that Europe is going to definitely play a crucial role in that. If we finish in Europe, Champions League, or what other competition, if we're out of Europe and out of the cup, I don't know. I just don't. I just don't
But
see it.
Chris, I don't get how some fans, right, like the Happy Clapper in chief, right, mainly him. He says like Howe is the best manager that he's seen in his life, whatever. But then he questions his in-game management being shit. Like that makes no sense. How can you be a good top manager or coach, whatever, but your in-game management shit? It makes no sense. And like him comparing like to Pep and that's just so nonsense, man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Anyways, but well, what's your last thoughts on this performance?
Second half, shit. Oh, that's all I have to say. Like, and we go into that Liverpool game, we may as well just write it off now because we're gonna see. We're just gonna hear the same crap. Oh, we lost to the best team in Europe. So
yeah, well, we will see. We gotta go out there, give it a go, yeah, we go out there and try
I
to
hope we get a
perform.
draw there at least. I don't want to lose that game because
Yeah,
that keeps us in with the like shot with Champions League.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
All right, then, mate. Well, appreciate it. And now see you in the next one, mate.
All right, Chris, take care, man.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. That was Tiger Studios there. If you want to come on and have your say, the link is pinned in the chat. You can come on and have your opinion. And we'll go to the comments here in a minute. Let me see here in a minute. There's a comment here. Steven, this type of behavior needs to stop. When we win, be critical of the second half. Yes, but pushing how our agenda kind of sucks, to be honest. But I've never said Eddie Howe needs to be sacked now. So I can only speak for myself. That debate was if we bottle the final, which is the biggest game of our season. Actually, this final and the Man United final were the biggest games of the last 20 years for Newcastle. So, I think that's a fair enough assessment. But I had said, even if we lose and we play well, then I wouldn't have a problem. But I'm trying to be critical on what's happened that is not good. We can't just say everything is great because it can't be, right? So now let's go with some comments here, and see what people are saying. Benjamin, it's a win, but it was an ugly second half. Certainly was. Daniel Bell, very lucky today. Yeah, we certainly were. Beer Viking, the problem is this pattern, a trend now, rinse and repeat of Fulham. And that is my issue. It wouldn't be if this is the first time this happened. So, okay, let's move on. But this happens multiple times in the season where we give away points or we give away, we might win like today. But we didn't have to make it that hard because eventually you're going to lose games like this. More often than not, you're going to lose games when you play like the second half and early stages of the first half. So that is what I'm getting at. It is a pattern. You can definitely see it. Davey, just waiting for Win to say it was never in doubt. Where's Win? Win is knackered, man. Matt Brown, welcome to the channel. Says bad management at halftime. Need to be proactive and act. We didn't, says Matt Brown. Welcome, Matt. Davey, good job. We didn't need Wilson to score in stoppage time. Square it to Gordon, you greedy bastard. Yeah. He should have given it to Gordon, shouldn't he? Certainly. Thank you, Sam, for the super chat. Appreciate that once again. Random Access, going to sleep in the second half is becoming our signature tune. I'm tired of it. Howe needs to get this sorted. Exactly. Exactly. Alessandro, fifth place with Forest within one game reach. It may not have been pretty today, but the standings tell the story. If this team gets a couple more heavy hitters and some backups, we can be a problem. Yeah, I agree with that. Gavin Fuller, we cannot play out from the back. We need to start going long when second balls. Well, that's not really our game, is it? We're not set up for that. You know, we don't have a Chris Wood that we can give the ball to, and and he'll get all those balls. We don't, unfortunately. We play a certain way, and we just got to do that. But when we try to be defensive when we can't be, it makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Harpaul says, "Will we post a dressing room picture after that?" Well, I don't know. I don't know. David T, 1974, we beat Forest 4-3. We got beat 3-0 in the final to Liverpool. Well, I hope. Oh, wow, that is crazy. Is that right? Wow, that is shocking. That man, wouldn't that be some history? Wouldn't that be something there? Chank says, "Hello guys. This second half was shite. Eddie Howe's still learning, and I don't understand him. He can be patient 70 minutes to Murphy and 90 minutes to Dan Byrne. When Botman available, Byrne goes to the bench. Simple." Sam says we need a center backs ASAP. Yeah, we need that as well. We need goalkeepers. We need center backs. You see how we add to the shopping list. It was just the right wing at one point, and now we got to add center back. We got to add a goalkeeper. Still a right wing. Thank goodness for Lewis Miley. That can be the first option in the midfield. But once Lewis Miley is up and ready to play, you got Joe Willock, who has ups and downs, and then that's it because you got Longstaff. So the quality is noticeable. So we're gonna have to be busy in the summer window. I guarantee it. Ted Berg says we're going to get ripped to shreds at Anfield. Well, hopefully that's not the case, man. Steve, it's a waste time, says Steve there. Lee McFarlane forgot to put the handbrake on when they parked the bus. Chank, I take all blames. Eddie Howe on the second half. Foxy, big 3 points versus a good team. Not totally surprising. Second half, though, for a team that's been struggling for consistency all season, currently in Champions League plays at the moment in both cups, so difficult to complain. Liam Knowles says, we didn't play well. We beat a top 3 team. Opinions are reactionary. Liam also says, Hall and Livramento were excellent. We nullify their wide players. The second half, center backs were all over the shop. Well, I do agree that we play better than them than Forest for the say 30 minutes out of the first half. But as though what people say we can't forget that. Well, we can't forget that the first 15 minutes and then the second half was absolutely opposite. Jam says it's not that we sit back so much as the passing was terrible and hanging on to the ball too much. Michael NUFC, they wanted and needed us as much as they're not going to bit back. That was you would expect that. Yeah, but I mean, we knew that they were going to come out in the second half, but we got to do better not to let them. Novo here says came out too casual, but we do have problems when teams get in our faces like that second half. They got a goal from a mistake and 2 more scrappy finishes. A lesson learned without dropping points. Steve says, get in. We want to enjoy it. It was a very poor passing in the second half. That's it. All right. RS says, Nottingham changed their plan at halftime, in my eyes. We were very, very lucky. I agree with you. I'm with you. Hey, keep it friendly in the chat now. It's respect those opinions. But don't be insulting each other. None of that. Come on, we gotta respect everybody's opinion, but don't be fighting in the chat. Come on, you guys are not little kids. Foxy, we beat a team that are third and the only ones. We beat a top team, Liverpool this season. We didn't beat a small team like Sunderland. There we go. And we read that one as well by Stephen Harker. We got more comments coming up. So let's see what's happening. So keep it friendly. Keep it friendly. Or else the mods will have to time some of you out. I don't like doing none of that crap. So just say your opinion. Say your opinion and don't be fighting each other, man. It makes no sense. Come on now. Um Jim Stature, there's playing out from the back and then there's what we're doing in the second half. The ball can't be on Dan Burns or even Fabian Scher's feet for the majority of the game against good teams. Well, Fabian Scher to me was absent as well. I mean, wasn't he? I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. But I don't know, man. It's at some point we're gonna have to not do this if we ever want to win. I mean, we got to a final, we were fifth, but something's got to give, man. We can't just keep making the same mistakes over and over and over. And by the way, this goes for the players as well, not just Eddie. If players can't prove that they are made for big games, then they got to go. They got to go. You know, players are there. I mean, Bruno Guimaraes today, man. Come on, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? You know, I don't understand it. I mean, the whole game he was absent, clueless, completely gone. How can the captain of your team be that way? You know, how can your captain disappear? Because there are going to be good days where you can't play good. I understand that from Bruno's perspective. If you don't play good, perfect. It can't happen. But you're a captain. You got to be yelling. You got to be directing. You got to be leading the team, and that you don't have to play good for that. You know, so we got a comment here. Jordy Dan says Bruno isn't a good captain to give players an earful. He just wants more from the crowd, but it's a two-way street. All right, exactly. At some point, this here needs to go for your teammates, not the crowd. So you know, Ronald says in the second half, players were totally shit, but Howe would not have told them to play like that. But if he didn't, though, why didn't he make adjustments when he needed to? Look, man, I'm the manager of a team. I'm in charge of everybody here. And if somebody's not doing what they're supposed to, then I need to make an adjustment. I need to either yell at him, I need to tell him, his teammates to tell him, start performing, don't play there. If he doesn't listen, they don't need to take him out of the game. You need to take him out of the game. You know, that's all I'm saying, man. I'm seeing more stuff here. Very right good. Kitty, what fans come on and slack players off? What do you call slagging players off, man? What do you call slagging players off? Who slagged the player off? Saying Bruno is not captain material, or saying Bruno played horrible today. That's slagging players off. Come on, man. I don't understand that. Or maybe it was another another not captain, but another comment there that you were referring to. But I don't understand. You know, we're here to say how it is, man. Huey Gallagher says we take the win and move on. The capitulation was a bit concerning. Yeah, certainly was. Certainly was. Let me see. One more comments there. I wouldn't mind seeing Foxy. I wouldn't mind seeing Eddie Howe and Eddie Howe statue if we win the cup. Oof. I think we are a bit of ahead of ourselves there, if I'm not mistaken. Boki, Bruno is not captain. Good play, but not a leader. There we go. Exactly. Calling them crap is slagging them off. Well, I don't know who's. He played crap? That's slagging him off? Saying he played horrible? All right, then. Ronald, we don't have three teams like Man City, Liverpool. We have rubbish. We have a rubbish second team. Well, this team got into the cup final. So which one is it? You know, I don't know. But we got into a cup final. Is it not good enough to keep performing that way? I don't understand. I mean, we got to this team is better than the one that qualified for the Champions League. So I don't know. But look, 4-3, happy days, I guess you could say, as far as the result is concerned. Maybe we had to win this one, by the way. I mean, we had to win this one. Because now we're going to play against Liverpool, and that's going to be a tough one. But at least we got the 3 points as far as that's concerned. But we're gonna have to do better, man. We can't keep doing this and expect to keep winning. If Murillo scores that header, wide open goal, I guarantee you we're in a different conversation. That puts them at 4-3 at that time. And they have all the time to equalize the game. Obviously, if you count the Yates goal, then they equalize. And I just, I feel like we're playing with fire, and eventually we're going to get burned. But we will see. We will see what happens there. We'll see what happens with Liverpool and Man City. Very important, that match right there. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyways, folks, it's been a good show. A lot of divided opinions, but that's what we're here for. This channel welcomes every opinion. Everybody to have their say, and yeah, we'll see each other on the next one. We'll probably do the final shout of this match with everything that we've gathered around tomorrow. So stay tuned for that one. And well, hopefully we better this, because I'm not really excited about playing like this. And but we won today. We won. We will see what happens on the next one. Anyways, appreciate it. Appreciate your support. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the like button, and share with your Newcastle friends. We'll be back. By the way, stay tuned for Eddie Howe's match reaction and the players' match reaction on this channel. So we're going to upload those as soon as we get them. And yeah, we're going to have surely a lot more videos tonight. So stay tuned. And we will see you all on the next one. Have a good day. We won 3 points. However they come, we still had 3 points. So anyways, I guess we can all agree on that. Thank you so much for your support, ladies and gents. How are the lads? We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.